Okay, so I'm kind of excited. I really didn't think this was going to do anything or work in any capacity, and maybe it's not working in exactly the capacity, but I put my wrench on here and I did a couple of just soft pounds, and I am actually seeing this nut turn. Oh my god, yes, I see that this bolt over here is turning as well, so maybe I'm just rotating the bolt through here, but either way, that is more than I was expecting. That means that maybe here, here, and here I've broke enough or removed enough rust that this bolt, although not turning with the nut, is turning inside the apparatus. So we're gonna take a couple more blows here and see what we can do. Oh, yes, yes. I'm seeing this turn, and this is staying about the same. Okay, pause for a small moment. It's actually moving, and before I push that too much further along here, I'm going to put a little bit of WD-40 on the rest of those threads, and see if that's going to help me with getting this to come off. Oh, yep, that certainly does help. Oh my god, it's actually coming. And yep, the, planning responsible gloves, those are done. They got trashed as I was pulling it out and scraping it, and I didn't opt to grab another pair, but, workers' hands. Some people like them, some people don't. They don't bother me a bit. Oh my goodness. And yeah, it's still got a little bit of stuff in those threads, probably mostly just the magnetite there, but it's coming off smooth enough, especially with that WD-40. Wow, I really didn't think that we were going to be able to actually get these off, and much less get them off and have them mostly intact. This is just blowing my mind. And you can see shiny steel where it was right up against the metal of the trolley there. I can't believe it. This is so awesome, so cool. I really didn't know if we would ever get to this stage. Take that off. There's a little bit of gunk around it. Here's our locking washer, and yeah, there's some stuff on it, but it looks like it's fully intact. I can't bend that tight. It's a pretty strong piece of steel still, and we've got our threads here. I'm just gonna clean some gunk off on those threads a little more. I still can't believe this. This is amazing. I've tried rust removal and various things with vinegar and sanding and wire brushes, and most of them have just been a huge pain, and progress just inching along, and felt like lots of maintenance. I'm going to try and give this a good pop and see if I can push it out this side. And that first pop on this side was just to try and break loose any rust or scale that had kind of built up there, and it came out. I'm shocked. I'm flabbergasted, really. Like, my goodness. Yep, there's some rust here on the inside where it really wasn't exposed to much of that electrolysis, and we'll probably get a wire coat hanger or something and hang this in there to remove some of that, and I don't know, maybe we'll just use some sandpaper, I'm not sure. But that is still perfectly good. It hasn't rusted through in any capacity. Just needs a little bit of cleaning up and maybe something to protect it for later. Setting those on my bench just a little out of the way. And alright, before we try this on our next bolt, I'm just gonna try and clean off these threads a little bit first. Throw some WD-40 on there, since I have the idea that we might actually have success. I might as well try and prepare for it. By the way, these cans of WD-40 with the bendy tip are really useful, because when you're turning the can like this or like that, you might end up pushing more air out, more of the propellant than actually pushing the WD-40 out, and it just really makes a big difference when you're able to bend that nozzle in 100 different ways and a lot of different types of projects. Okay, I can't say that I'm really making much progress here with that, and I should probably tighten this up a little bit so it's going to wiggle less on there. Did I just break it off, or did I move it? I probably just moved it. I think I moved it. No, not quite ready for a hand wrench. A little movement there, but I think that it tends to stick most before I've got past the pressure the lock washer puts on it. Because with the first one there, it was a lot more resistance and pressure kind of as it was breaking through free, but also I think as that lock washer was still pushing on it, creating tension. And maybe I'm still in that stage of trying to get this thing to not move. See if kind of locking that in place there is gonna okay. I don't think that's really ready to come out just yet, but I think we're getting there. Obviously we got the other one out. That is just so cool. I really didn't think any of these were going to come out today. That blows my mind, makes me really happy. Because as you can see, on those pieces I did take out. They aren't completely rust-free. They're gonna need some more work before I can really reassemble it and put it back together. Call it restoration. I can also turn this the other way and kind of put it on its side, and then put some WD-40 on those threads and give it a few days or a few hours to sink in, and that'll help too. Yeah, I think we're seeing the same thing here that we were there. I'm hoping to tighten this on this side and just get it to catch on that bolt. All right, well, that's not doing it on those today. Let me grab a paper towel here, wipe off my hands, and try one other thing. I'm sure that most of you guys have heard of this trick before, and it's not going to be new news to any of you, but one thing that you can do to help remove old rusty bolts is to oh, lock washer broke on this one maybe. Yep. One thing that you can do to help remove old rusty bolts, or just stuck bolts, and with super tight fitting, is to take a torch or something and heat up the nut, which will expand, and then your bolt will be smaller, your nut will be larger, and your nut will come off easier. So we'll give that a quick shot. Can you hear the gas? So we're going to try and keep the heat off the bolt and keep the heat mostly on the nut. So a little more dirt and grime on this one. I think I cleaned this one off, not that one. Okay, torch off. Hammer, wrench. I don't know. Did I just knock my wrench off, or did I make some progress? think I mostly just knocked my wrench off. Well, it's moving between here and here pretty freely. Just those threads in between aren't quite releasing from the nut. Yeah. Well, that's going to need some more electrolysis. I don't want to break the lock washer like I did here, but it's coming. And that alone is a very pleasant surprise. All right. Enjoy. Have fun, guys.